Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has been a controversial title ever since they announced it, and it told us that it was going to be part of the beloved Arkhamverse because there was almost no possible way that it could do justice to the other amazing titles in the franchise. But now that it's finally getting closer to release, we're seeing brand new screenshots, some videos on social media, and unfortunately, it looks as bad as we were expecting. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or via YouTube memberships. Now, this game has been delayed several times. It has faced many controversies because it is a live service game. It really seemed like it was going to be a low effort title that they just kind of wanted to pump out and get $70 out of people for. And unfortunately, now we're finally seeing like real screenshots that are not just in the teasers and trailers, and it looks as bad as we were expecting. So I wanted to start off with this The Gamer article. It says, though, Suicide Squad has a bit of a mountain to climb when it comes to the public's perception of the game. Not only do fans despise the direction that Rocksteady has taken the series, with two big sticking points being the new Poison Ivy and treatment of certain DC characters, but the fact that it's been marketed as a live service title has soured many fans on the entire thing. Now, I have actually been streaming all of the Arkhamverse games. I've played them before, absolutely love them, but I had never gotten a chance to show them off on the channel. I've been loving it. We're on City right now as this video is going up, but unfortunately, as I'm playing through these games, I've come to realize there was absolutely no way that they could capture the magic that the Arkhamverse has already given us. There are four, in my opinion, amazing games that have already told full stories, and there was really no need to set this Suicide Squad game in the same universe, except for the fact that they wanted to milk fans of this franchise and of these characters and of those games, and they should have never done that. That was the first major mistake they made, because there was no way a Suicide Squad game was going to live up to our extremely high expectations, and having to compare it to the other Arkhamverse titles was just a recipe for disaster. But then they added in things like, oh, this new Poison Ivy. Of course, Sweet Baby has their hands all over this game, so we knew it was going to be filled with, progressive dialogue, and the female character designs were going to be for the modern audience, aka fat and frumpy. But then we found out that it was going to be a live service title, and there were going to be microtransactions in this full price game. There was going to be a battle pass, which is just, we've created this pile of problems that we had, and then of course they delayed the game and said that they were going to address some of those concerns, and of course we know now that they did not do that. But of course, this game is 3 weeks away roughly, and so we all expected journalists to be releasing some kind of early videos and screenshots. Not this early. I do not know why they are given nearly a month early access. I could understand, like 2 weeks or something. Sure, they need time to play through it. I could play through basically any game's main story campaign in 2 weeks. I'm sure these journalists can do it too. But now we are seeing all of these screenshots of not only the game that just kind of looks lackluster, but the UI. I play a lot of games, and this has to be one of the worst UIs I have seen in years. I mean, they completely blow away Ubisoft's awful UI track record. I mean, there is not a single spot on your screen that you can look and it's clear. At the top, you've got the boss's health. On the right-hand side, you've got Defend Ivy's plant. I'm assuming that's a quest marker. The plant growth progress. You have what I am assuming here are the other group members, the other Suicide Squad members. They don't really have a health bar here though, which is kind of confusing if you're playing with all the characters. You've got Harley Quinn on the radio. You've got it's not quite a mini map, but it's like a radar, which is supposed to be akin to one in the middle. On the bottom, you've got the ultimate moves. On the left, you've got the weapons and these random markers and this random 9. I don't know if that's like his level or something. I mean, this looks like nightmare fuel. I already have a headache from this game and I have not even started playing it yet. It is so hard to believe that this is made by the same developers who gave us the legendary Arkham games. And obviously it's not every single developer, right? But the team is still generally the same. This is what happens when you focus on things like diversity and inclusivity and trying to, please modern audiences instead of actually making a good quality piece of content. But not only is the UI getting absolutely destroyed by people and the fact that this is clearly just a soulless cash grab, but the previews have also been rejected by mainstream press over the live service elements and the repetitive gameplay. Now listen, I did not have a lot of hope for this after we saw the initial teasers and trailers, just because it really seemed like they were milking that Arkhamverse name without really backing it up with the content. And I do not trust the mainstream press, right? I do not trust video game journalists, but I have not seen anything positive by any of them. Again, I don't think that they should have gotten access almost a month early. I just don't think that that is acceptable, but I just don't know what else to say except for the fact that in this case, I have a feeling audiences are going to agree with the journalists. It's going to be one of those very rare occasions where I think everyone is going to band together and absolutely shun this game. I mean, Marvel's Avengers was a live service nightmare. Of course, games like Destiny have been very popular. Anthem was another live service nightmare. But this seems like it is going to be another level. It says, though, offering his thoughts for IGN, the self-admitted live service gaming fan lamented, and when you pair a disconnect with the story to the game mechanics straight out of the likes of Destiny, Anthem, or Avengers, great. I'm left worried about the final product coming together in a way that works. I mean, we have to look at it this way. This game comes out in less than a month. This is the final version, except for maybe a day one patch where they fix some bugs and glitches. It's not like they're going to be able to drastically change the visuals or the gameplay or anything like that. I mean, this is basically the final product. At the end of the day, I personally am not all that surprised to see this is already going terribly for Rocksteady. I never really expected the Suicide Squad game to live up to our extremely high expectations that we had because of the previous Arkhamverse games. Plus, we knew that it had been delayed several times and it was going to feature live service elements, and Sweet Baby was part of the team who helped bring this project together. They did writing and they helped with, sensitivity reading. So I think we all expected this to be an absolute nightmare for Rocksteady. But yes, we are seeing now that it is being completely rejected by the mainstream press and the consumers who are expected to purchase it in just a few weeks over the live service elements, the repetitive gameplay, and the disgusting UI. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.